Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today we are looking at this. This is from Hasbro's Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins line. We have the Ninja Strike Night Creeper. Okay, so I bought this figure for $10.99 at my local Target. This figure is not to be confused with the G.I. Joe Classified series of figures. The Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins line is a budget line, whereas the Classified series run you about $19.99 to like maybe $22. This budget figure is about $9.99 to $10.99. Slightly smaller in scale. You know, the Classified series are about like 6 inches, whereas these are a little bit more like 5.5. But don't let that deter you from buying these. These are wonderful action figures. Every time I've reviewed one of these figures, they always exceeded my expectations. For one, they're affordable. 2, they give you lots of accessories. 3, they're always well sculpted, lots of details. And even though the paint application is kind of minimum, what they do give you is very high quality. And all these figures so far have been great. Really excited to check out the Night Creeper. The Night Creeper is a figure I did not have as a child. I think by the time the Night Creeper came out, I was kind of well out of my G.I. Joe phase when I was a kid. I think by then I might have moved on to like maybe Transformers, or even at that point maybe video games or something. But this is a cool looking figure. I couldn't pass up on it when I saw it in the stores. It looks awesome. So yeah, we're going to pop this out of the package and take a look at it. Package design's great. I've said this before. I really like the Snake Eyes package design. It's nice. It's loud. I love the color scheme with the black, the silver, and the red. I love how the window frames all these great accessories you're getting with the figure. You're getting a crossbow, 2 katana blades. Yeah, it looks awesome. Really cool looking character. Now, this is a figure, too, that, if you see, more than one, you might want to consider getting more than just the one if you want an army build. Even though this is a slightly smaller scale than the Classified series, I think it'd be kind of cool if you gave, Storm Shadow his own little cadre of, like, ninjas, and the Night Creeper definitely falls under that category. Okay, so first impressions of the Night Creeper. Just give me a second. My camera got knocked out of focus. All right, there. I think it's back. All right, there we go. All right, so first impressions of the figure. It's kind of weird. I'm like looking at it, and for some reason, his head almost looks like Spider-Man for some odd reason, but it's really well done. As you can see, the sculpting is nice and crisp. Some great folds on his pants. The body armor, all the like line scribes and paneling is really well defined. Even though there's not a whole lot of paint application, what we do get here, it's pretty decent. Very, very cool crossbow. This looks awesome. So yeah, let's take this guy out. All right, we got the figure. Got the crossbow. And we got the 2 katana blades. Alright, so how are we going to do this? Let's take a look at the accessories first, because this thing here is really catching my eye. Alright, so I'm not sure when I'm going to post it up, but when I got this figure, I also purchased the Scarlet from this action figure line. And the Scarlet, she comes with a crossbow, and when you check out that video, you'll see the crossbow that comes with Scarlet is ridiculous. It's like ginormous. This one's pretty big too, but it's nowhere near as large as the crossbow that comes with Scarlet. And this one looks awesome. This one's, the detail's nice. The only thing that I feel this thing's missing is some paint application, because the Scarlet crossbow kind of spoiled me because there's some paint on that one, whereas this one's just all black. You know, this is strictly the black plastic that it's casted in. But, you know, regardless of that, it's well sculpted. I like the detail. You know, we actually have some arrows here. Unlike the crossbow that comes with Scarlet, she doesn't have any arrows at all. And this is cool too because there's some multifunctionality here. Like, there's actually two little slots here which serve as sheaths for the knives, so or the swords. So you can take the katanas and store them on the crossbow, which is pretty sick. So that's awesome. And you get, like, if you look carefully, the handle on the crossbow, it's kind of like a square peg. And then there's a square slot in his back, and you just plug it into the socket. And instant storage for his weapons, which is great. I like that a lot. I wonder if I could plug it another way. Which way looks better? So yeah, that's great. I always like it when they give you all these accessories, and for me, it's perfect when you can actually store the accessories onto the body of the figure or onto like another accessory. It always bothers me when there's like an action figure and they give you so many accessories that you can't store them on the figure, and then you end up throwing all those extra like knives and guns into like a bin or a baggie, and then you know you kind of like either forget about them or you forget which weapon belongs to which character. But this is cool. You know, you can store all of his accessories onto his crossbow and just plug it into his back. So like I said, you know, don't sleep on this line of action figures, even though it's not, you know, as revered as the classified series. You know, it's not any less quality in my opinion. You know, for $10.99, it's very affordable. You're getting a budget figure, and you're getting a very excellent budget figure at that. You know, in terms of the articulation, his head rotates left and right. It can look up and down just a little bit, not a whole lot. His arms move this way. They could go out. There is no bicep swivel, but his elbows bend, and there is an elbow swivel to make up for that. No wrist articulation, unfortunately. He has a spring-loaded waist, so he can punch. So that's cool. His legs, they could kick up. They could kick out. And I had this issue with Scarlet also. Like, it's a really tight ball joint, so kicking forward is kind of hard. So you might have to like just fiddle around with the joints a little until it loosens up. I don't want to get too nuts with it because I don't want to stress it out too much, because it's a really tight fit. Like when I move the leg, when I move the thigh, the ball joint's actually twisting with the thigh. So, you know, for me, I always worry that I'm going to break the actual peg. So just exercise some caution when you first get the figure. Don't get too nuts with it. Just be a little gentle when you rotate the legs, because these peg joints are super, super tight. The ball socket. So, just a word of caution. Yeah, it kind of bothers me that it's so tight that, you know, you could run the risk of breaking it, because when I rotate it, so all right, so here is the, all right, so this part here is the socket, and then here's the ball joint right there. And if you look carefully, I'm not sure if the camera will catch it, but when you rotate the thigh, the ball joint, it's like stuck. It's not rotating, you know, it's not staying stationary. So you kind of have to just like fidget with it until it moves, but yeah, it's a really tight fit. So just be careful. If you get the figure, just don't all out of the box, just don't all of a sudden twist a leg. Because there's always a possibility that you could shear the plastic and break the peg off. So yeah, it might have to be heated up a little just to soften it. It's kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, you know, I guess a tighter joint's better than a loose one. Yeah, I just kind of wish it wasn't as stiff as it is. Like, there's no issue with the leg kicking out. It's the issue is moving it forward or back, because then the peg or the ball socket gets just stuck. I was able to loosen it on my Scarlet figure just by kind of like slightly twisting it like this and trying to get the socket to expand a little, but yeah, on this figure it's really tight. It's kind of unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah, there we go, I got it. Yeah, so just keep on, fidgeting with it, get it to loosen up. You know, it feels like it's indented too, so it'll, yeah, okay, so it kicks forward, but not a whole lot. You're looking at something like this. This one's still, God, this one's tight. It's really bothering me. Yeah, I know I seem kind of like anal when it comes to this kind of stuff, but man, I've had so much bad luck over the years with action figures and stuck joints, especially with like some of the Marvel Legends stuff. Yeah, I'm always just kind of like erring on the side of caution when it comes to like fiddling around with action figures straight out of the box. Like, it always blows my mind sometimes when people like take, on some of these unboxings, they'll just like go nuts right away. But on some of these figures, you don't know like what the quality control is on them, and many a times I've accidentally broken a figure just because like there would be a stuck joint or something. And it's not user error either. It's normally some sort of like manufacturing error. So this one's fine. I got this leg to work all right. Okay, there we go. I finally got that one loosened a little bit. So yeah, just be careful, especially if these figures are hard to find right now. The last thing you'd want to do is accidentally break it. I know I'm like obsessing over this, but God, it's making me crazy. Yeah, this one socket's super tight. It doesn't want to move. It'll move out to the side, but it won't kick forward like I'd like it to. Like, I loosened this one up enough, but this other one, man, this one's tight. All right, we'll leave that alone. I don't want to worry about it too much. So the knees bend also. They swivel out. No ankle articulation, but that's all right. Detail-wise, very basic. It's a ninja in body armor. This kind of reminds me of like the Mandalorian with the silver breastplate and the abdomen plate. Nice micro texture along the gauntlets right here. As you can see, there's a nice, really cool looking pattern. The line scribes and paneling, really clean, well done. A lot of high definition there. The folds are nice in the uniform. Yeah, this is a really decent figure. If I had to rate this guy numerically, for me, an easy 7.5. And I don't want to sound like that's like a low 7.5. I just think it's, it is what it is. It's not stupendous, but it's a great army builder figure, and he looks nice. It's decent. I love the fact that he comes with multiple accessories and weapon storage. That's always a plus. So yeah, a decent 7.5. If I was feeling generous, maybe an 8, but it's a great figure. So, do you need this figure? Yeah, I'm going to say yes. You're going to need this guy. If you want to build up your Cobra army and you need more ninjas, this is the way to go right now. And since we're speaking of ninjas, let me grab the Classified Series Red Ninja. Alright, so here's the Classified Series Red Ninja. Height-wise, as you can see here, there is a height difference. This guy here is about over 1/4 of an inch taller, I'd say. But it's not that drastic. You know, you can easily blend this guy in with the rest of your Classified Series figures. Especially with the color palette, it's not like this red's too loud. It's kind of muted, much like this one. And if you want to, I mean, just get this figure if you want, and just give the Red Ninja these accessories. You know, give him a crossbow with these blades. And I love the fact that, like, here's the more premium $20 figure, and then, you know, his blades are strictly all black. Budget figure, silver blade, red handle, you know. So it's odd that, you know, the budget figure has a little bit more paint application on the weapons than the more premium figure, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. Excellent figure. Buy it. Buy many of these. Build up your little army of night creepers. And don't obsess over the leg like I am. It's making me crazy. My OCD is like shooting through the roof right now. Like, I hate the fact that this leg is actually fixed. You know, I can move forward and then I can feel the indent when I go back. But this other leg here, it's like it won't kick forward without moving the entire joint, and it's going to stress the plastic or break it. So that bothers me a lot. I might try alleviating that by, like, I don't know, putting a hair dryer to this and softening the plastic and working from there, but it doesn't want to rotate. It's making me crazy. Yeah, so just buy this figure, and I don't know, it's awesome. It's the Night Creeper. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your likes, comments, and support. I greatly appreciate it. For whatever reason, my G.I. Joe content seems to get more likes and views than my other stuff. And I don't mind. I mean, I'm a big Joe fan, but I was always kind of surprised about that. I always thought my Marvel Legends stuff would get more views, but it's been the opposite. Like, you know, I think my G.I. Joe stuff's the most popular, followed by my Masters of the Universe stuff. My Marvel Legends stuff doesn't always, like, catch on, but at least you guys are watching something. So I'll see you guys at the next video. Take care of yourselves, be safe, and most importantly, be happy. All right, later.